Have you ever wondered what it feels like to be faster than every person on Earth? Today, I want to tell you the incredible life story of a man who didn't just win races, he changed the meaning of speed itself. This is the extraordinary journey of Usain Bolt, a boy from a small Jamaican village who became the fastest human being in history. Usain Street. Leo Bolt was born on August 21, 1986, in Sherwood-Content, a small rural community in Jamaica. His family wasn't rich. His parents ran a small grocery store, and life was simple. As a child, Usain wasn't dreaming about becoming a world-famous athlete. Like many boys, he loved playing games, running around with friends, and most of all, playing cricket and soccer. What made him different was something nobody could ignore: his speed. Even when he was young, people noticed that he could outrun almost everyone around him. But at the time, Usain didn't see running as a future career. He simply enjoyed sports and having fun. His school coaches, however, saw something special. They believed he possessed a rare gift. They encouraged him to focus on track and field. At first, Bolt wasn't completely convinced. He was a teenager who loved joking around and enjoying life. Training seriously wasn't always his priority. But sometimes destiny finds you before you find it. As he entered his teenage years, Bolt began competing in local competitions. Soon, he wasn't just beating runners in his hometown. He was beating some of the best young athletes in Jamaica. Then came a moment that changed everything. At only 15 years old, Usain Bolt competed in the 2002 World Junior Championships in Kingston, Jamaica. In front of his home crowd, he won the gold medal in the 200 meters. The stadium erupted with excitement. A teenage boy had become a world champion. For many athletes, that would have been the greatest moment of their lives. For Bolt, it was only the beginning. But success didn't make life easier. As his fame grew, so did the pressure. Everyone expected him to become Jamaica's next superstar. The world watched his every move. Injuries started appearing. His body, especially his back and legs, constantly gave him problems. There were moments when people questioned whether he would ever reach his full potential. Some critics believed he was too tall to dominate sprinting. Others thought he wasn't disciplined enough. Many doubted that he could handle the pressure of being Jamaica's biggest athletic hope. Those doubts could have broken him. Instead, they fueled him. Bolt continued training, learning, and improving. Behind the smiles, jokes, and relaxed personality was a competitor determined to prove everyone wrong. Then came 2008. The year that transformed him from a talented athlete into a global legend. At the Beijing Olympics, the entire world watched as Bolt stepped onto the track for the 100-meter final. Nobody knew they were about to witness history. When the starting gun fired, Bolt exploded from the blocks. Within seconds, he pulled away from the field. Near the finish line, he even had time to celebrate before crossing. The crowd couldn't believe what they had seen. Usain Bolt won Olympic gold and set a new world record. But he wasn't finished. A few days later, he won the 200 meters and broke another world record. Suddenly, the young man from Sherwood-Content wasn't just a champion. He was the fastest man alive. The world fell in love with him. People admired his speed, but they also loved his personality. Unlike many athletes who seemed distant and serious, Bolt was joyful. He smiled, danced, joked with reporters, and celebrated with fans. He reminded people that greatness and happiness could exist together. 1 year later, at the 2009 World Championships in Berlin, Bolt accomplished something that many experts believed was impossible. He ran the 100 meters in 9.58 seconds. To this day, it remains the fastest time ever recorded by a human being. Then he ran the 200 meters in 19.19 seconds. Another world record. The entire planet watched in amazement. For a moment, it felt as if the limits of human speed had disappeared. But every great story faces challenges. As the years passed, injuries continued following Bolt. Hamstring problems, back issues, and constant physical strain threatened his career. Every season brought new obstacles. Many athletes would have retired. Many would have accepted what they had already achieved. Bolt chose a different path. He kept fighting. At the 2012 London Olympics, some people wondered if his dominance was ending. Instead, he defended his Olympic titles and once again proved he was the king of sprinting. Then came the 2016 Rio Olympics. By now, Bolt wasn't simply an athlete. He was an icon. Millions of people around the world stayed awake through the night just to watch him run. In Rio, he completed one of the greatest achievements in sports history by winning Olympic gold medals once again. Every race felt emotional because fans knew they were watching a once-in-a-lifetime athlete. Someone who might never be replaced. But eventually, every journey reaches its final chapter. In 2017, Bolt competed in the last major races of his career. His farewell wasn't perfect. He didn't finish every race the way he hoped. Yet somehow, that made his story even more human. Because life isn't about ending perfectly. It's about the courage to give everything you have. When Bolt retired, he left behind more than medals and records. He left behind inspiration. He showed that a kid from a small village could become a global superstar. He showed that confidence isn't arrogance when it's backed by hard work. He showed that you can chase greatness while still enjoying the journey. Most importantly, he reminded us that our background does not determine our future. Today, Usain Bolt remains the fastest human being ever recorded. His world records still stand. His celebrations are still copied by athletes everywhere. His name is recognized across every continent. But when I think about Usain Bolt, I don't just think about speed. I think about a young boy who dared to dream beyond the limits of his circumstances. I think about the injuries he overcame, the doubts he silenced, and the history he created. His story proves that extraordinary people are not born extraordinary. They become extraordinary through belief, perseverance, sacrifice, and the courage to keep moving forward when everyone else says it's impossible. And that's why Usain Bolt's legacy is bigger than any finish line. Because long after the races are forgotten, the message remains the same. No matter where you come from, no matter how many obstacles stand in your way, you can achieve something so remarkable that the entire world stops and watches. That is the extraordinary life journey of Usain Bolt, the fastest man in history and a living reminder that human potential has no speed limit.